Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Macca here, playing Resident Evil Village, continuing the Mercenaries playthrough to get all S ranks. This is the Factory 2, and this is what I believe most people consider the hardest level out of all of them. We're going to need 540,000 in order to get the S rank, and we'll need to do all areas of the level. This one is a little bit awkward as you don't actually need to kill all the enemies, so we'll actually be skipping some enemies if you want, up to you obviously in your playstyle. If you go for every enemy, you'll often run out of ammo and out of money, so you can kind of skip a couple of enemies that take a lot of damage as well. Step one is to buy the Magnum and upgrade the pistol as shown in the video. One thing to consider when making your build is to sell your first aid kit as well as 50 ammo in order to upgrade your fire rate on your pistol. This will make it a lot easier to maintain your combo since there are a lot of enemies that take more damage than usual here. One thing to keep in mind is that we will be selling the Magnum in the second shop, so feel free to use all of the ammo in the Magnum since we're not going to need them for the later rounds. And basically we're going to be working our way through, starting with the foundry, making sure to use our best practices and dodge the flaming arrow archers. After killing the first 8 enemies, you are free to start moving through the first hallway, which is the far one on the right. That's recommended in order to build the highest combo the most easily. A bunch of enemies will be here as well, but we are trying to stun lock the enemy to get to the orb behind them so that we can then kill the enemy on the way back into the foundry. This allows us to basically extend our combo, and we're way more likely to hold it to the next area when we can. And we can then go back to the foundry and then go across and up the other staircase to go to the second area, making sure to pick up all of the stuff that is around us on the way. This is obviously going to give us a boost and bonus later on. A couple of large enemies will spawn here, so feel free to do your best taking them out. If you really need to, you can switch to your Magnum to do some really, large amount of damage really quickly. There's also an explosive barrel near the middle of the room, which we will be saving. In this clip, the combo will break, which is okay. It's not, make or break situation. Obviously, if you can keep it, it's better, but we're trying to now move forward. Watch out, enemies will kind of be spawning in all directions, which is why we're using the Magnum now, so we don't get caught in an awkward situation with enemies in front of us and behind us at the same time. And then we're going to use the explosive barrel on the newly spawned kind of werewolf boss enemy. After clearing 24 enemies, you're ready to move back to the foundry quickly, and then you are ready to move to the third and final area on your way to the end of the level pretty much. We're still going to have a lot of our Magnum ammo, and we will also have our mine available to us. Remembering from the first time we played through this, there was the big propeller mini boss. They are kind of optional, honestly. If you're able to get them with what you have, that's fine. But it's often a waste of ammo, or you'll just run out of ammo in general, and it doesn't really contribute to your score in a meaningful way. If you do have a lot of time, it's better to just bank your bonus than it is to try to sit there and fight with it forever and accidentally die. And keep your combo through these hallways, and then just continue forward using those best practices. Also, around this part, the vampire lady from the castle will start spawning in pretty often. Feel free to use your Magnum on her as well to make quick work of her. Otherwise, she can just eat up a lot of regular pistol ammo. So that's what we're going to be saving our Magnum ammo for. The vampire lady and the mechanical heart guys. But try your best to use your normal pistol when possible. Again, use all your Magnum though. We're going to be selling it soon.
all this mess?
At this point in the playthrough, we're kind of getting dangerously low on ammo, and that's kind of just natural for how the Factory 2 is built, unfortunately. You may not like that answer, but it is the truth, and at this point, you're going to be trying to maximize your kills with what you have before you finish off. I think in this clip, there's about 49 out of the 64 kills before we're fully out of ammo and just ready to escape. Once we visit the shop, we are going to sell our Magnum and then buy a grenade launcher with as many grenades as you can afford. Grenades are obviously going to be great for multi-kills and for the heavy enemies. And the second area, luckily for us, is a lot easier than Area 1.
I'm buying this because of securing.
Now for Area 2, we are going to be using our pistol when possible, and then switching to our grenade launcher when there are multiple enemies kind of packed together densely, or once we start building that combo higher and higher, and we want to maintain that combo. Obviously, using a grenade launcher is a lot less risky than trying to pistol a guy with the mechanical heart, for example. So we're going to be using the grenade launcher to A, get group kills, and B, save our combo. Again, we're not going to be able to get all 51 enemies. There's just simply not enough ammo or enough resources to do that. Instead, we're going to be trying to get a combo for as much as possible and kill as many enemies as possible. In the case of this run, it will be 37 out of 51 enemies before exiting early in order to bank on bonuses to get a higher rank. The pathing for the second area in Factory 2 is also pretty simple. You're going to be kind of just pushing your way forward through these hallways for a lot of it, and you're less likely to get lost, I think, in this one than we were in the first area. I think the first area is kind of where it makes or breaks, and the second area is a little bit easier as long as you can maintain a decent combo for at least half of the time. And obviously, hopefully you're getting lucky on what you think the abilities you want are. Watch out for all of these archers. A quick grenade can take care of 2 of them, and then you can quickly mop up number 3 and 4 before moving on to the next room after 14 kills. Here you'll notice 2 archers, and it might be tempting to just grab them both with the grenade launcher, but right after them we will have some bigger enemies, and the grenade launcher, again, we're mostly using it to extend our combo, so we want to use it on enemies with a lot of health that would otherwise take too long to take care of. So that's why we're doing a lot of back and forth switching between the grenade launcher and the pistol on the larger enemies. In this final room, a ton of enemies will spawn all at once. Use the remaining grenade launcher ammo you have to mop them up before exiting the level with as much banked time as possible, using those bonuses to get you past that 540,000 mark. In this clip, easily getting to 700 plus and getting an SS rank. Triple S rank is possible if you just carry a little bit more ammo and you are a little more accurate with your shots. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to Zarias and Puffy Vins on Patreon for supporting the show. I'll see you soon. Peace.